Taking those off?
Taking what off?
Those pants.
They're gone.
Well, let's start off with a topic that the viewers have been nonstop emailing me about.
Just clamoring.
As soon as I mentioned it in the last podcast, right after I talked about how the
fuck up about it,
I was like, well, here's the meaning of life. This is how the world will end. And then I casually mentioned that you were going to Puerto Rico. And ever since then, I'm telling you, nonstop. My pager has been going.
You got to change that ringtone because that one gets under my skin.
Yeah. Well, I recorded the scream once, and I really liked it. All right, Ty. Let's tell the folks about your little trip to Puerto Rico.
So I went. That was the
highlight.
And now we're back. Thanks for listening.
You know what?
I'm glad everybody was so interested.
When most people want to tell me about their vacation, that's about what I want to hear. Where did you go again? Good.
You're back. You're back. Yeah.
Good.
All right. Good.
You're smiling, so I can infer that you had a good time, and that's enough for me.
I'll tell you how I'll sleep just fine.
Well, speaking of sleeping, how was the flight? Was that a long flight? I don't even know.
The first one I had like a stop off in Dallas, and then it was like 7 hours, 6.5 hours, whatever.
Okay.
To Puerto Rico, that wasn't that bad. It was in the nighttime.
Were you like?
I was the last one there, and we had to get a taxi from the airport to the Airbnb. So we weren't staying at a hotel. It was just a house in Puerto Rico.
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't in like one of.
Was it up to you?
Was what
to find your own place to stay?
No, it was like they have a house for us.
Okay.
Jesus, that would have been terrible.
Yeah.
We already had to
figure it out when you get there.
Pay for our own flights.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sucks.
Sure.
But
does
school credit. I'd like to mention right now.
Yeah, I'll say right now that is the reason I went. It was the last 3 credits I needed to graduate.
School.
To graduate.
You gotta get away from school to get it out of school.
Gotta get away to get in and get away. That's as my pappy used to tell me.
Since we're talking about Puerto Rico, I'm going to jump in with a little tangent here. I was on the phone with Cox Customer Service.
Mm-hmm.
If you live somewhere else, Cox is a pretty big internet company.
What's pretty big?
Pretty big Cox, and they're pretty terrible. They smell? No. They are...
It's like big, but it's an ugly one. It's not a pretty one.
I don't know what good internet service must be like, but it's not that. I think... maybe Google Fiber or something is good.
I can't.
I can't wait until that's a reality for all of us. For now, they're a terrible internet service provider. I woke up yesterday, the early part of the morning. I want to say 11:30, and I woke up and had no internet. Mm-hmm. And I went about my day, and I was like, "Well, I'm sure it'll be resolved by the time I get back." I get back in the house around 5 p.m. I want to say, still no internet. So I call customer service. She tells me to do her name's Mackenzie.
Turn it off.
Let's make sure we acknowledge this is Mackenzie. This is a professional.
This is a person.
Customer service employee. At one point she says, "Now unplug it," and we're gonna have to wait. Or no. She started out by saying, "I'm gonna send a signal to the box. You tell me if the light changes." So I'm just sitting there staring at this white light, and it's an uncomfortable minute and a half of silence. And then she finally comes in out of nowhere with, "So how's your day going?" And I'm like, okay, so we're about to do this. We're about to have a conversation. And you know what? I'm like, I'll get into it. I'll be interested in her life.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm like, I'm doing well. Well, actually, I don't know where you are right now, but it's hot as hell in Arizona.
I was like trying to figure out with my mom what we're doing today.
Yeah.
And to come down to the valley. And she's like, "Oh, it's gonna." Well, I'm like, "What should I wear?" She's like, "Oh, it's gonna be hot." She said, "It's gonna be 112."
Yeah.
And I said, 112?
Yes.
Is that the hottest it's ever been? Is that has it ever been here
for so long?
I know. And has it ever been hotter than that?
Yes.
I feel like 107, 100.
Dude, it went to 120 one year.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Stop talking.
Yeah.
Hey!
It gets worse. We'll see what we're capable of soon enough. This is still June. When you're listening to this, it's probably, I want to say mid to late October, but it's June right now. And it's hot as fuck? But we're not there yet. We are not there yet. July and August will show us what we're really made of, which is something meltable. Anyway, going back to Mackenzie's life here. She comes in.
Welcome back to something meltable.
She's like, oh, yeah, well, yeah, summer in Arizona. I've heard it's hot. She's like, I'm over here in Idaho, so it's actually pretty nice out. It's in the 80s. And I was like, that sounds lovely. And she's like, I wanted to live in Arizona until I worked in customer service, and I've talked to a lot of people that live in Arizona on the phone, and they all say it's really, really hot and uncomfortable. And I'm like, wow, yeah, that's about right.
That's crazy that everybody who's lived here has said that.
And I'm like, nuts. Well, we all want what we don't have. So I'm sure you want something different from the cold, and we want the cold.
She's like, nah, I'm good.
I'd rather have neither. Well, that's actually what she ended up saying. She was like, well, yeah, there's that. I think I'd really like to live somewhere like Hawaii. And I was like, really?
Oh,
you
no
like
way.
Tropical weather? That's what you're into? You
know who else climate?
Most human beings. I'm pretty sure their weather is the same all year round, pretty much. That's lovely. So we're going back and forth, and she's a nice girl. I don't want to. She's nice, but I'm waiting for this light to change on the box, and nothing's happening. So eventually, every once in a while she's like going off, I'll like break in with a. Nothing's happening, by the way. Should I be doing something on my end? Or
real quick, any buttons I can go press in?
And she's just like, no, we'll see what happens. It might take a little while. And I was like, okay, that's good. And we start talking about vacation plans somehow. And she goes, did you know that as a U.S. citizen, you can go to Puerto Rico whenever you want? And I was like, oh. She's like, you don't need your passport. My family told me that the other day. I was like, I don't have my passport. How am I supposed to go on vacation with you guys? And they said, no, you idiot. No, you don't need a passport.
No, you dumb fuck.
And I was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. That's a fun fact. And that reminded me of that. But then she goes, and I think it's cool that they want to go, but I think that secretly I'm going to be saving up so that I can go to Hawaii alone. And I was just like, what? Like,
did you know that you can go to Hawaii whenever as a U.S. citizen?
You don't have to swim. You don't have to be invited by the locals. They let you come.
You're not a vampire. They don't have to.
The screening process is not that intense. But then she was talking about how she's got this sweet setup, and this conversation that should have taken maybe 5 minutes went on for literally 30 minutes. And she did fix the problem by the end of it.
Thanks, Mackenzie.
So shout out to Mackenzie. I hope
you're a regular listener.
I'm sure, but she said she was going to go in winter 2019. So once again, I hope that right about now you're hitting that vacation. But back to Puerto Rico. Fun fact, part of the U.S.
It's a U.S. colony.
That's part of the U.S.
It's a U.S. colony.
Quite a bit of.
They have no rights. They don't have any rights. They can't vote. They don't have any voting rights.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah,
no.
It's a.
No, I've watched John Oliver. I know. That's it, all the way in. Now remember, this is not a video podcast, but we're gonna treat it like it is. So for the listeners at home, Ty shoved his whole lower half of his body into his mouth. Whatever you consider the lower half, that's about where it was.
Whatever you think.
Speaking of the locals in Puerto Rico,
my Tinder was popping.
Woo! Not at all what I was gonna ask. Let's hear about it. Did you actually? It works over there.
It works. What do you mean?
Is Tinder?
They got doors, right?
Is Tinder a global app? I don't know if it's national.
It is. Yeah,
okay.
It is.
How was that? Did you actually try and do any?
A couple
dating,
just not dating because there was nowhere to go. But jokes. I mostly wanted to just practice my Spanish.
Yeah. How was that? How was speaking?
It was. There were times.
Were you expected to speak Spanish to go? Like, did you have to?
No, most people didn't. I am I understand Spanish. I just don't speak it very well. I can speak it. I have a perfect accent.
That's what I like
so
to hear.
that's wonderful.
Give us a little taste. Better than I can do. Here's mine. That was me rolling my R's. Keep in mind, I took French, and they also roll their R's, and I did not.
Yeah, but you
got to
do it with your throat. Isn't that the new villain in Godzilla?
King of the monsters, that guy. Yeah. So you fucked your way through Puerto Rico, is what I'm hearing.
I just went on a tear.
Just went. And I know that you had some like housemates. How was that?
I was worried about that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think that I would enjoy living with. There was 9.
And they're all from your school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
9 people, and they're all really great. Everybody was really cool, and we're all still friends. We talk in a group chat.
Yeah, that's super gay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't like the idea of you having other friends, but that's fine. I'll allow it.
No.
9 of them, you said?
9.
Woof. Okay.
Oh, I'm right here. But okay, yeah, sure, 9.
I don't know, Tim just moved down to 10th place.
Yeah, we got along well. There was 3 guys, me included.
Wow. Okay.
And then, yeah, and the rest.
Interesting mix. That's a reality show mix right there.
Mm-hmm.
Would you go again?
I would go again. I would go as far to say that I would have liked.
Would you go again in a different scenario, like just
Oh yeah,
you?
of course, yeah.
Oh,
Especially.
okay.
I think the one of the guys that we met there, he was like a professor there. But he's in his like 30s.
Oh, okay.
He's finishing up his doctorate in something right now.
Mm-hmm.
He was super
Puerto
chill.
Rican studies.
Yeah.
A doctorate in Puerto Rico. Puerto Ricoism. It's a BS. No, it's not a BS. What a doctorate's called?
It's a
MDMAs. What are they called?
It's an MDMA. I have my MDMA in Puerto Rican.
The DRs. I don't know what they're called. What do you call PhD? That's what it's called. God damn it.
I have my MDMA in Astro.
Did not do well, if you know what I mean, bro. I had my MDMA and I lost my wallet in the dark.
I lost my wallet in a river.
I started out in a shopping mall and I lost my wallet in the river that night. Yeah. So, unless you have any wild stories from Puerto Rico, it sounds like from what I saw,
I made a
based
little
on
documentary.
the culture of Puerto Rico, to me seems like a giant tequila shot that you never quite finish.
Hey, I got through college and I didn't go.
You didn't what?
I didn't go to a single party. I didn't go to one party all throughout my college career.
That's my guy. We just high-fived in the air.
Cue a sound cut. A sound cut? Welcome back to sound cut.
Good job. Ooh, sound cut. That's terrible.
I think it should just be hi, welcome back to.
Now, if you're just tuning in to a podcast that has a name by now.
My name is Ty. I'm Ty, first of all.
I'm Julian. Welcome back to the podcast. We are still searching for that name.
It's right under
It's
our
right
nose.
under our goddamn feet. It's just touching.
We're standing on it.
Tickling with its tongue.
And it's not. We're hurting it.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. We're on its face. We should probably get off.
And we're putting our full body weight. And we're not letting up.
And I will say that I should have worked out all 10 years ago. So maybe I'm a little heavy on its face. And maybe it's dead.
Okay, so all right, give me a break, Johnny. I'm a little heavy on your face.
I don't remember what we're sitting on. The name. So we're trying to figure out what that name is. And if at some point we say the magic words and we figure it out, we'll fucking let you know because we figured it out.
That'll be the title.
That'll be the title. And you'll already know it.
Side note, I genuinely think that if we do the bit where we come up with names the whole time and call it hi, welcome back to. Or welcome back to.
Oh, so like every time we announce it that
hi,
way?
welcome back to.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hi, welcome back to. Hi, welcome back to. Hi, welcome back
and,
to. Hi, welcome back to. Hi, welcome back to. Hi, welcome back to. Hi, welcome back to. Hi, welcome.
Hi, welcome back to. Hi, welcome back to. I think you'll already see the title probably by the time we've picked it. So because it has to be released with the title. So it'll kind of be that fun thing when you're watching the movie and then they go, God, this is a total Star Wars. And you go, that's it.
In Star Wars.
That's the movie.
We're Luke.
Hey, Indiana. It's Indiana Jones, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull to you. And then you go, wait a minute. That's what the poster. That's what the poster. I want to jump in real quick with since I brought up movies. There's a fun thing that happens when you work at a movie theater. Well, people will come up to you and say, I want to see a movie, right? Half of them seem to have no idea what the movies are called or what's out. People actually do this. If you're one of these people, you're a crazy person and you should check yourself in. They'll come up to the marquee at the movie theater and look at what's playing and then decide if one of those sounds good. Or they'll ask the person in the box office, what are these? What are these movies? Can you tell me what all of them are? You don't know how many times I've had to answer
Sir, you're
movie
gonna
by
have to start
movie.
somewhere.
Oh, this one is a kid's movie. No, you don't want those? Okay. This one's a horror movie. It stars... No, you don't... Okay. This one is a drama. It's about a white guy and a black guy that are friends. Oh, you really don't want to see that one. Okay, we're going to skip right by. So people have some fun guesses as to what... Oh, also they get the titles wrong. So you'll get... say the movie... Transformers movie is out. They'll say... do you have one of those transcondo thing? Do you have one of the robot movies out right now? And you know what they mean.
What are translators?
I'm not a nice guy, so I'll be like, "Oh, did you mean Transformers?" And I'll look at them like they're just lost, and that I want
like they have dementia.
All I want them to do is look down at the ground and realize they're a dumb bitch. But a lot of times that doesn't happen. And one of my favorites was when the movie The Upside was out. That's the movie starring...
What's that about? Who's that? What's that?
I'm trying
to see a movie. What's that one on the board there?
Well, sir...
No, I don't think so. Not for me.
So I thought that when you walked up. The end of the story is that you're not going to want to see any of them. And then you and your homeless wife are going to walk on out of here. I don't know where you guys came from. One guy came up and the movie The Upside was out, and that's a movie starring Bryan Cranston in a wheelchair and Kevin Hart pushing him around in a wheelchair. That's the movie. And this guy comes up to me and goes, I need 2 tickets for that movie with the black guy. Full stop.
No.
And then he just looked right at me until I decided what that meant.
No.
And at the time, I don't know what else was out, but it couldn't have been the only movie with a black lead actor. But I was
so what does it say about you that you knew?
Well, I didn't necessarily know. I took a look at the board, and I was like, "What?" And you can usually tell because most movies are just dead, and there'll be like 2 movies that people actually want to see. And I was just like, "Did you mean The Upside?" And he was like, "I think so. That sounds right."
Yeah, sure.
And I'm just like, what is your day, man? That you're just going to spend money on something that you think you went to see? God, I hate people.
How did he hear about that movie? How did he hear?
Yeah, who told him there was a movie, and then what he took away was there's a movie with a black man.
He was like watching a trailer and he fell asleep.
Hey, Ty, this is new movie I think you would fucking love.
Oh, yeah, man, I love movies. We both love movies. Let's talk about
I don't want to spoil it for you.
Okay.
It's got...
what could it be about? Like if I would have wanted to go and like be like, hey, give me a ticket for this movie.
Right. I want to keep things vague. So I think that you should go up and say, it's got the guy from Breaking Bad.
Oh, we both love Breaking Bad. Everybody knows who
and it's also got Kevin Hart. You know who Kevin Hart is?
The black man?
Yeah. Yeah, he's the black man. And I'm sure they'll know what you mean if you go ahead and ask for the movie.
Can I get 1 ticket for the movie with the black man?
The one and only.
No, you mean Kevin Hart.
What if I just pulled up Did you mean Men in Black 2? Just something that's not even out? Which any black actor is in it? I'm sorry. Did you mean any movie with Denzel Washington? Because we actually don't have any right now. He's been out of the game.
Oh, okay. I got one. Here's a topic that
I can't wait.
I don't know if you...
I can't wait. Please get to it.
Some sarcasm.
You're making me wait at this point, and I couldn't do it.
Okay. So I was perusing.
You went to Peru too?
The internet.
You got a DR in perusing?
I was perusing the internet, and my Pixel, this fancy phone right here, has a feature where
Ty has a Google Pixel phone. It's
Can you hear it?
approximately the
Listen.
size of a phone.
Listen.
Hey, Google! She never answers me. She
doesn't like you very much.
I don't know what it is. When I ask Siri to answer me, she gives me a response about 40% of the time, which to me means that she likes
something. But when
That's
That's
when
how
you're
low
texting
my
a girl and
standards
she's
are.
responding to about 40% of your
the time,
texts, buddy, it's game time.
If the ratio is too many for you and her every once in a while, bingo.
If you're getting up to like 75% ratio or even 100% ratio, stay away. Who's going to respond to everything you're saying?
I mean,
when you're texting nonstop like I do for 45 minutes at a time, you don't want them to respond to everything you're saying. Were they a psychopath?
So I found this article.
Yeah.
And it just said the only thing I'll tell you, I didn't open it up.
Oh, that's the best way to learn news. Go ahead.
It just said, when was the last time you washed your legs?
Oh, I feel like this came up on one of your streams, right? I didn't participate, so this will be fresh to me.
It said, when was the last time you washed your legs? And I got like offended, and I was like, why would you even? What do you mean?
Who's asking?
Of course, and then I thought about it, and I was like, fuck, I don't even know.
Really?
When was
what
the
does
last
that
time?
mean?
Okay, so then
what qualifies?
Okay, listen. So I took a shower.
Okay.
And I got in the shower.
Yeah.
And I did my whole body. And,
well, did you?
Right. So I always wash my feet. I don't usually forget that.
Sure.
And I'll wash my hair, my torso, my
the
asshole.
Works. That's where you should start. You got to dedicate a good 10 minutes to that.
Start.
Whatever you're using, a sponge or whatever that thing is called, that should start there. No soap.
If you soak it in soap the night before and then put that right up there.
Soak it in soap the night before.
And then you get in the shower and it's already lathered up. You're halfway done.
That's so funny. Do you do that? Does anyone do that? That's so funny. To soak it in soap ahead of time to save yourself a few seconds.
Just the 1 second.
Honey, did you put the loofah on the soap? Yeah, no, throw it in. I'm gonna take one in the morning.
In the morning? Why don't you just put soap on it when you get in?
Why do you always say that? Just put the soap on the loofah.
So I got in, and I'm taking the shower, and then I go and I make it a point to wash my legs.
Sure.
And you know when you haven't ridden a bike in a while?
Oh, buddy. That's not how this should be. That's not how this should be.
You know that feeling of like...
You get on the bike, and you're thinking to yourself, why can't I hit the pedal and go?
And then it all comes back, and it's like, oh, and it's just this wave of nostalgia, and you just remember...
Nostalgia for...
Like you remember when you were a kid.
Oh, God. Are we talking decades of memories back?
In your old shower back at the old house.
Oh, at the old house.
And then I was like, you know what? Yeah, maybe there was something to that article. And I will never know, 'cause I didn't read it. You know I didn't read it.
What could the article possibly tell you?
I think it had to have been, it was something along the lines of, most people aren't washing their legs.
Yeah. That's weird to me. So do you feel like you're not, or did you just feel like focusing on it made you feel like you...
I don't know. It could have been. Maybe
it's a big part of your body.
I know, it's almost half.
If you took the body and you
on
laid
a scale
it
of 1
out,
to half, it's about there.
It's about half. It's about half. Welcome back to about half. Yeah, no, I don't know. I actually make it a point to wash my legs. I don't know why.
I definitely wash my feet.
Did you ever have ashy elbows or knees?
A little bit.
I went through a phase in middle school where they were just...
I went through a phase where that was in, so
It was in? I was really cool at the time, actually. I used to buff out scratches with my elbows. I
used to use 12 grit sandpaper on my elbow.
I thought that maybe because I rested my face on my desk like this, so my elbow was constantly rubbing against the desk. Because as I got older and we stopped having those kinds of desks, it stopped being a problem. And if that's the case, that's dumb. And I didn't care for it.
I lotioned my legs the other day. Hey, welcome back to...
I lotioned my legs. Lotioning legs with your boys. Left and right leg.
I'll get my left, you get my left.
On your left.
Gotta double up. So let us know in the comments, guys. You guys wash your legs?
Please don't let us know. I'd rather just assume you do.
I told you about the house painting.
No?
I didn't tell you about the house that I painted. I don't know if I want to do this on the podcast.
Oh!
Oh, no, I did.
Yes. Please do this on the podcast. This is one of my favorite stories. I forgot that was even... Yes.
Just the timing was it for it was
let's set the mood. All right. So this is back in...
So we're back in Puerto Rico. We're in this little town of Comerío.
By the way, at any point, you can go to Puerto Rico.
You're a citizen.
You can just go.
You can just go to Puerto Rico.
They cannot vote. They cannot vote. Do not tell them they can vote. It gets their hopes up. Go ahead. You're in Puerto Rico.
It really is a problem. They should have
equal rights. Is that what you're about to say?
Why'd you say it like that?
You liberal cuck.
That's how it sounded.
Not my America. No, please, somebody do something. We're going to include a link down below where you can go ahead and voice your frustration. It's called the comment section.
We're going to put a link down in the comments. You can find a link to the comment section.
God, what if we did that for everyone? That'd be so funny. And people are like, where is this? Oh, it just refreshes the page.
So we're in this town. And we're it's like a group of like 14 people in total, including like the professors and not proctors. What's the word when you go
the other guys?
The other
the guys.
So we're split up into groups.
The guys that help you.
And we're painting we were supposed to like paint houses from like some of the houses that have been rebuilt from the hurricane. And
they get one of those down there?
Excuse me. I'm going to let you sit in that one.
I'm on the West Coast, baby.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm so sad.
Reach my shores. So you're rebuilding houses.
We're painting them, and it's raining.
So
it starts
less
to rain.
helpful, but helpful. You're doing the interior or the exterior?
The
of
interior
of
the house. But the other groups are all painting the outside when it starts to rain. We're like, it's probably going to rain. Let's paint the inside.
Yeah. We're a bunch of dumbasses.
So we get there, and we're like, my job is like photographer, videographer. I'm putting together like a photo series and a short documentary for it. So I'm like taking pictures before and after, and I'm videoing the whole time. And I'm going through, and I'm getting like pictures of the house. And then we get there, and then there's this whole ordeal about like what color we should paint everything. What color all the walls are going to be.
That's a tough choice. Someone's got to look at that color every day.
I mean,
someone's got to go into their house, look around at the walls, and say, "I like these colored walls. I like looking at them every day."
And so we decide on yellow.
Bold choice.
Nice bright yellow.
I'd be a little self-conscious. See, if I'm the one painting, right, and I'm putting this bright sun yellow on the walls, the whole time I'm going to be thinking, God, I hope the guy that lives here likes yellow at least, or at least appreciates the quality of the painting that we're doing. You know, you're going to want to get... I know you. You're a perfectionist. You're getting all the corners.
Oh, I am a perfectionist, and I
Were
got
you
every
painting
single
it all?
corner. Huh?
You are painting. You're not just taking
I painted. I was painting. So we did like 3 rooms. I painted like 3 whole walls, and I did the bathroom, and I did like the door and all the door frames and stuff.
Yeah.
And we had to do like 4 coats, like because we got there and we didn't know how to paint. Nobody knew how to paint when we got there. So like we're mixing it. We do like a couple coats, and our bus driver, who we've had the same bus. I got a good bus driver story. Don't let me forget.
Okay.
He like comes out of the bus and sees us struggling. He's like, I'll do it. And he grabs like another mixer, and he like breaks a broomstick, and he like gets in there, and then he mixes it, and then he starts painting, and it like puts an actual coat. Like we went painting with watercolor, and then he puts on a real coat of paint the whole time.
Okay.
And like, oh, great, wonderful.
I love when a man comes over and does things for me, and I'm like, oh, I am a little boy.
Oh, welcome back to I'm a little boy.
I don't know what people are going to click on that one for.
Oh, it says, oh, comma, I'm a little boy.
Oh, my God, there's a little boy podcast?
I'm a great little boy podcast.
Click on that. Download it right now. I don't even care what it is.
And, so we're painting, and I'm taking pictures and some video. And there's been like one like lady like sort of directing us like when we've been moving furniture and stuff like the whole time, and I sort of just assumed that was her, that she lived there and that was her house.
Oh, sure.
And then they bring in the guy who does live there.
Okay.
And when I say bring in, I mean it literally, bring in, because
kind of like when they, like in the show when they're like, move that bus, and they bring the guys over to look at their new house, like that. Kind of like that.
A little bit like that.
Let's give him a name. What's his name? Let's call him Jose.
No, I'm not gonna call him.
I'm gonna call him Jose. Jose comes in. Tell me about Jose.
Well, Jose didn't come in by himself. Somebody had to lead him in, because he couldn't. How do you say, blind?
I'm sorry. So, let me ask you this question now.
But
did you question the amount of work you put in?
No, not at all. Not at all.
No, because what if he has guests?
His family, because I think his family like also like shares the house.
Now, this is awful. But I wish the first thing he had done when he walked in, go over and touch the wall and tell you did such a good job. Because he's gotta say something. Was he gonna be like, thanks, I hope it's nice? Right? What did he say? Did he say anything?
I didn't talk to him. I got some footage of him.
Does he have the glasses, or what's he doing?
What's he doing?
Like, was it obvious right away? You were like, oh, this is a blind person. Do you live alone?
I don't think so. I think he at least had a caretaker.
Well, his caretaker is going to love that yellow.
But, so, I guess I'll be like...
I hope that she knows his favorite color.
I just realized, but, like, I was, like, painting, like the door, like, one of the walls, like, with the thing, and I, like, sort of turn around, and I just sort of see it, and I just sort of realized, and I turn and see him walk, and then turn to all, like, the freshly painted walls that we just did. And then our guide, Joey, the professor who was there, he's like, I'm fucking blind.
God damn it!
And I had to do everything I could to not laugh. Oh,
that's
awkward.
And
I feel so bad for laughing at it now.
Oh, come on!
But it's just funny.
That's funny.
There's nothing I can do.
What, you didn't blind him? That's not funny. If you'd watch him be blinded.
If I blinded him myself.
Please, I've watched people die in videos and laugh. You know what I mean? There's worse things to laugh at. That's a blind man who now has a painted house. That's comedy. And I appreciate you for sharing that on this podcast. Whenever you run for governor.
While we're here in Puerto Rico.
Let's hear about that bus driver at some point.
So he, I didn't have any problems with him.
Okay.
But he, they seemed to think he was, a little bit unprofessional.
Oh. He's local.
Yeah, he was local. And we had, the same guy for, the whole, roughly 2 weeks that we were there, a week and a half. And one of the days, so we got like some things canceled because of rain.
Okay.
And we were waiting in like the parking lot of like this area, and there was like a little basketball court. And most of the people in the class were out playing basketball, and I was tired. I didn't feel good, so I was just sitting in the bus.
Gotcha.
And I'm sitting in the bus, and there's like or two professors.
Oh.
And then
welcome back to.
Hi, welcome back to.
I hope that sounded good.
How do you spell that?
I think it's just whatever letters you hit first.
It's one G.
Oh. Hey, you listen to a podcast? It's called G? You listen to a podcast called G?
No, it's pronounced.
Oh, that's Norwegian or something. I wouldn't have known. Sorry, bus driver.
So we're waiting to like get a call back to like meet somebody else, because like one of the main reasons that we went was to like do a fundraiser. And we did a fundraiser, and we were donating that money now. So we're meeting with the person to donate the money.
Sure.
And our plans changed because of rain, so things got canceled. And so I'm just sitting in the bus, and there's like one other guy, like one of the professor's husbands is like there on the trip. And we're just sitting there, and the bus driver is just like he's in his front seat on his phone, and he just sort of sits up, and he like takes his phone and he puts it away, and he opens the door for the bus, and he gets off of the bus, and then he gets into a car, and the car drives away.
Was he called an Uber?
No, it was just a car.
Oh, just a friend picked him up.
He sat right in the front seat, and they're gone. And I just watched, and I just silently just watch it all happen. And I'm like, that was the bus driver.
Wait,
it was the driver of the bus.
Where were you?
We were in a parking lot.
What? What?
And I'm like,
were you close by your hotel or your Airbnb?
No, 30, 40 minutes. He's gone. What do we do? And so we're looking for a while, and we're like, we were about to tell the other professors so they could call him, and then we see the car come back and then park in the parking lot, like next to us.
Okay.
And then we come to realize that it's like his wife or girlfriend or whatever who's like brought him lunch or something, and he's eating in the car. But then from that point on, every time that there was downtime, he would his girlfriend would just be there, and he would just.
What do you mean? Like she would always just pull up and give him lunch?
Yeah, Or just
to hang out?
Yeah, for any amount of time.
Well, you know what, though?
Yeah, it didn't bother me at all, because he was always on time.
That's what I would want to do.
That first one.
That's funny. To just see your bus driver get out and leave. That's so
a different
funny.
Car. Yeah, it was good.
I guess one of us has got to learn how to drive a bus today.
It's a Class C license,
that's
right?
Like that's company property for somebody.
Anybody got that Class C?
Who has the least driving experience? I want to teach somebody today.
He was in the mood.
I don't have kids. I want to teach somebody how to fucking drive. Well, thank you for sharing about Puerto Rico. It sounds like you had a good time. It looked like you had a great time.
I'd love to go. We talked about parties. I'd never been to a party.
Okay.
I drank more than I've drinking.
Yeah. It looked like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not much of a drinker. I know that you'll enjoy a drink, but I wouldn't say you're a drinker. Uh-huh. And it seemed like things changed.
Yeah.
Has it been that way since you got back? Are you just now more used to alcohol? No.
I feel like I'm maybe a little more used to it.
Like I just tolerance. I mean.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Because my boy was out there.
There are a couple Snapchats on my phone that I don't remember taking. That I just don't remember. Hold on, I got one.
Did you send us any of those? Or are they just private ones? Okay.
This one I have.
My favorite thing to do when I'm intoxicated
I have no
is take a Snapchat and then think about it and then never send it. Oh. What are you doing? No, you sent me that one.
I did?
Yeah,
okay.
I remember that one.
Nice. I'm glad you do.
Yeah. Well, it just says I'm under the influence, and it's Ty picking up a shot, kind of in an open palm, just waiting for the shot, like a king.
Like a king.
Waiting for his grapes. The whole time it was just like, wow, he's living it up.
I mean, the drinking age is 18 there.
Okay.
And so normally I'm 22. How old am I?
Yeah, well, you said it like you weren't old enough or something. Like, why
no, the drinking age is 18. I'm 22, so I've been old enough to drink. But like most of the kids there on the trip weren't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, but there, everybody could drink.
Sure.
So we just had to.
When you're there.
You're there.
Welcome back to
Quizno,
When You're There.
Subway,
you're there.
when you're here.
You're here. Subway. Welcome back to the Olive Lobster. How can I help you? Thank you. Stop.
Thank you. Stop. Welcome back to Thank You. Stop.
You pull up in the drive-thru. Hello, sir. Please go away.
Thank you. Stop.
No. I'm sorry. I meant to say.
Wait, who says that?
How can I help you?
Who says, "Hey, hello, sir. Please go away"?
You ever pulled up to a Dunkin' Donuts? That's what they're gonna tell you.
I fell in love. We don't have to talk about that.
That seems like something you should definitely breeze by. Falling in love.
I got a question.
I got an answer.
How long has Dippin' Dots been the ice cream of the future?
Okay, now, here's the thing, right? If you're the ice cream of the future and you come out in 2004, what are you going to do now?
Yeah.
How are you still the ice cream of the future?
Written yourself right into a corner.
When are we at the future?
Dippin' Dots needs to rebrand.
But to be fair, there's not a ton of competition in
and
the Dippin' Dot
world.
Here.
Here.
Oh. Welcome back to the ice cream of the future.
Dime a dippin'.
Ugh.
That's such a genuine...
Scoopin' Dots. Welcome back.
Scoopin' Dots.
I miss Dippin' Dots.
Scoopin' Dots.
I don't know. I mean, maybe in other parts of the U.S. there are still restaurants of Dippin' Dots, but I used to go to one where you could walk in.
I've never seen a Dippin' Dots.
Yeah, like an ice cream
restaurant.
store. Yeah, and then you pick out the ones you want. And they scoop it out for you. It was great.
Can I have one?
One dot, please. Surprise me.
Can you flick it into my mouth?
Kobe. Ooh, mint chip. Oh, nice.
Oh, now I want ice cream.
I'm lactose intolerant. Thanks for asking.
Are Dippin' Dots?
I imagine. You know, it's funny how. Let me say this real quick. I'm eating a lot of plant-based foods. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't call myself a vegan. I cannot call myself a vegan, but I eat a lot.
They won't let me.
They kicked me out. I eat a mostly vegan diet, and
they meaning both of my dogs.
It's weird to me how it's weird to me how people will freak out when something is not 100% beef or 100% chicken. Because for me now, all I want is something that's 0% beef or 0% chicken. So like, if I found out that a Big Mac isn't beef and it's just all filler, which is what filler is just like wheat protein and things like that.
Okay,
like what vegans eat now. Mm-hmm. Back in the day, people found out that that's what they're using. Outrage. They were like, I want full cow meat in my burger. Mm-hmm. But to me now, it's like, it's just as good. Mm-hmm. And if you don't know, why do you care?
Yeah.
Remember when chicken nuggets were famous for the pink slime? That video went viral and people were losing their minds. And all I could think was, do you like chicken nuggets? Yeah. Then shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Eat the thing. Whatever it is. Eat the chicken smoothie.
Are we going to get spicy chicken nuggets? Are we about to have spicy chicken
nuggets? I can go with you to get some spicy chicken nuggets.
No, they're not out. They're not back yet.
Oh, because of the thing with Wendy's? Mm-hmm. Wow. Social media, huh? Mm-hmm. Shout out to whoever runs the Wendy's account.
Technology.
You're killing it, man. You're fucking killing it.
Are they the ones that have always been killing it?
Yeah.
They
released their own album.
Killing it.
They released a mixtape.
Oh, I remember
that part may not have been a good idea.
I think Hamburger Helper released a mixtape.
No, it was Wendy's.
It was Hamburger Helper.
Why did Hamburger Helper do anything? Are they still around?
Yeah, they just released a mixtape.
Oh,
think about
Jesus.
Think about what the skeleton of that hand looks like.
Where are the rest of his organs?
There's a face right in the middle.
Yeah, so like I imagine his asshole's at the base of the glove, right?
I think it's like a face like fused onto like a chest piece.
Yeah.
And then just like leg limbs coming out. Not fingers. I don't think they would be.
How does he move?
Huh?
Does he hop around?
He sort of scoots. You ever seen a starfish?
Oh God, yes. And that's not scooting. That's crawling. That's slithering. That's what that is.
I did the
welcome back to you ever seen a starfish?
And I'm a slithering.
Woo! Just wish I hadn't talked over that. That's gold. I'm slithering.
I
got Slytherin. Have you ever taken the Harry Potter quiz?
I also got Slytherin.
Really? Yeah, great mind thinks alike. Great
mind thinks alike.
That's ours. Hey, welcome back to Great Mind Thinks Alike.
That's ours.
What about that? Great Mind Thinks Alike. Because it's not good.
That sounds like the tagline for the name.
But it's so wrong that it
sounds
seems
like,
weird.
Hi, welcome back to blank.
Great Mind Thinks Alike.
Thinks alike, yeah.
Okay. Well, let's workshop that one. That one could work.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought of myself as a Ravenclaw. Because I'm smart. They're the smart ones, from what I can tell. I'm not a Hufflepuff because I'm not a little bitch. And I'm not a Gryffindor because I'm certainly not brave.
Not the hero.
If I am one of the creatures from Wizard of Oz, I'm probably the lion.
From Wizards of Oz? If I'm one of the creatures from Wizards of Oz, I'd pick Selena Gomez.
What are we talking about? I'm Selena Gomez from The Wizard of Oz. You're watching Disney Channel. Who was she again? I want to say she was...
I'm Aslan from Wizards of Waverly Place. You're watching Disney Channel.
Yeah. So we're Slytherin boys. Little snake boys. Little slithery, boys. Little
slimy, sneaky,
little
boy.
legless, little
bitch,
little hiss, if you know what I'm saying. Almost got a little Christopher Walken-y, and I apologize for that.
Did you know that you could put your belt on the other way around?
When I was a kid, there was considered the girl way and the boy way.
What's the girl way?
The other way.
You know what you do? Not that one.
Pretty much. That's how it felt. I think it was if you go in on your right side first, then that's the girl way. If you go in on your left, that's the guy way. And that's horseshit, and I don't think anyone actually thinks that. But for some reason, I was told that many times as a kid.
I've never heard that. And I know that I haven't heard that because I just realized the other day. I was putting it on. I was like, hold on.
Are you telling me that you're transitioning? Wait a second. I like the other way better. I like this belt better.
Oh, that's good.
That's so weird that you just realized that. Are you dumb?
I think so. Oh, you're stupid.
Oh, that's what it is. I knew there was something about you. Something changed. Puerto Rico, man.
Puerto Rico. I have this written down on my phone. I don't remember why I wrote it. It just says, hold on, I gotta move the mic away. Honey, grab my elongated musket. Thoughts?
What? Okay. So that whole sentence is written down?
Yep, just that's all it says.
I'm assuming what that was you scripting out a text to send to your future spouse. Am I wrong?
A text?
Well, maybe a voicemail.
Just, hey, honey.
Hey, honey, sorry, I'm going to be running late. Can you grab my elongated musket?
I like that better. I imagine he was he saw, thinking now, I feel like he sees something out the window. Uh-huh. Like, honey, hey, grab my elongated musket.
Oh, the wolves are coming again.
But I like that he's running late and oh, can you? Oh, I'm in a pinch here. Honey, can you pick up my elongated musket?
I hope to God it's the Olive Garden at the mall, because if it's not, I'm going the wrong way.
No idea where I left
I'm going to just go. What's the reservation under? I can't ask you. This is a voicemail. Just bring the musket. Thank you.
Bring the musket. Elongated.
Not the one you're thinking. The other one. The one in the box.
In the box.
Under the bed.
I have to get out.
Under the secret panel under the bed.
No, the other bed.
Down into the basement.
Lower.
Buried with my father. You know where it is. Take it out of his dead hands. He will put up a fight. I have a question for you. If you came back as a zombie, and you had some sort of consciousness, but you have the undeniable desire for brains, who are you killing first? Now, I imagine you just crawled out of a graveyard, right? Probably. Or maybe.
What if I was cremated?
Well, fuck. What are you supposed to do? You're just this jar hopping around town?
I plan on being cremated. I don't plan on that.
If it's a zombie apocalypse, I don't think it matters what you plan, buddy. Someone killed you, and you're a zombie.
So it's like Walking Dead zombie. Is it?
Let's say not graveyard.
Like everybody has it, and when you die, you become one.
Well, let's make it more fun. Let's say you're patient 0. You're the first zombie.
I'm the zombie.
So you're not dead
I'm Rob.
so much. I'm sorry. Nothing but respect for Rob. You're the second zombie. And you're patient 1. And you've been hit by a bus that was filled with chemicals, and you're now a zombie. Mm-hmm. Who are you killing first? Because you got to kill somebody, right?
So I get to choose, it sounds like, then?
I would think so. I would think because based on video game logic, the zombie seems to just pick one person and kind of follow them until the other guy gets too close.
I don't know. It seems like I feel like on like movie and
they're usually so brainless. But let's say that you have some willpower.
Do I know do I have any memories? Yeah. Can I count?
Yeah. You're a smart zombie.
I can count?
Yeah.
To what?
106. Any higher than that, and the brain will start to decompose.
Okay. Even worse. Your brain will start to compose.
Recompose. It'll be too much to handle. Too many signals. If there's one thing zombies like,
start
it's
seeing
simplicity.
Colors again, and everybody knows zombie sees in black and white.
Yeah, that's for sure. Like a dog. My I think the best answer is that you could go find that guy that pissed you off.
Yeah,
or something like that.
So you could go. So
you could go do revenge. But who's got the best brain?
Okay.
Who would have a tasty brain? What is that? You know what I mean? There's got to be some difference. I don't know that you would know.
Like, if you had to like go between like somebody who like didn't work out at all and somebody who did work out, you probably eat the guy who did work out, right?
Didn't work out, right? Because they have fattier brain.
But you don't.
Right? I don't
know.
I'm
talking about just body.
Would it be the dumb person?
Because it's a muscle. No. Because it's a muscle that you can like work out.
How?
And when you
with your body.
What?
Can you flex your brain?
You can.
You're smart, right? Isn't that the best you can do for lifting weights with that thing?
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
So pick an idiot. They'll taste the best.
No, but I don't think
You don't want the muscular animal. They don't taste good.
Yeah, they do.
No, you want the fat one.
What do you think
Why do you think they keep the animals in cages?
Think about a chicken's leg.
Yeah.
Eat it.
That's not the same. That's not the same at all.
It's muscle.
You want the fat chicken.
No,
you don't want the thin chicken.
Yeah, but they're big. They're not fat.
What the fuck does that mean? They're buff? Those are buff chickens?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
Like it's muscle. That's the meat. Like when you tear it off the bone, that's muscle.
I thought that.
That's not fat.
But doesn't fat
There's
keep
fat
the
in,
meat
in some of there.
Tasty and stuff? That's why people like fatty cuts? It helps it cook? Well, you're eating it raw.
Hi, welcome back to Fatty Cuts.
Ooh. So, guys, if you are listening to this right now, hopefully by now, Project Nostalgia episode 1, maybe 2 is out.
We still have to shoot.
We're shooting 2 very soon. I'm going to be playing Crash Team Racing, which, God, they just keep adding content, man. When the trailer first came out and it was just a remake of Crash Team Racing, I was like, great. My favorite video game of my whole childhood. So excited. Then they were like, we're going to combine the other 2 racing games from Crash into this one. And I was like, are you shitting me? Those ones were even more fun because, well, as I got older, you know. Mm-hmm. And then now it's unbelievable. Like, Spyro's going to be in it. Like, there's tons of characters.
I've never played.
That's fine. And in fact, I want you to be there because of that. I want it to be you. And then Matt is a big fan. Uh-huh. So having 2 fans and then someone new, I think, is a good mix. Just to play through that because I am hyped, man. Crash was huge for me as a kid, especially Crash Team Racing. Thanks for stopping by, guys. This has been
this has been
the podcast. This has been. Were we supposed to be in sync, or were we melt?
Were we harmonizing?
I don't know. All right, I feel like we're rambling. Thanks for stopping by, guys. We'll see you next time.